I go back to, do I just slide this by this big? I'm not used to this funky mouse.
I know you're not. I'm not really either.
Stream is lit. I'm talking to Steve, Brandon. Stream is lit.
We still got 6 minutes, so we're okay.
Okay, 6 minutes, he said. Now, roll over to record. On this laptop, do I just use this big square pad at the bottom? Is that what? I put back on stream and I hit it. Now I'm going over. Oh, no, it stayed. Okay, the stream stayed lit. I'm going to record, and I'm going to record. Damn, this thing's sensitive. And they're both lit. They're both stream and record have the red light on. Steve said it should just be a matter of minutes, Brandon. They're both stream and record are both lit.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Got a piece of paper up there. Okay. We'll set the phone up. Brandon, I'm holding a page up to the camera, and Steve's just waiting before he gets the feed.
Okay. I'll go whenever you're go. Yeah, that fourth quarter flew by so fast, it was ridiculous.
Okay. Stand by. I got it. Stand by. Brandon, stand by. Steve wants a test, and the test is you're telling whomever might be listening that stand by. In other words, the broadcast has officially begun. So go ahead and talk. Talk to him. Tell him stand by, waiting for this game. Tell him who's coming up.
All right, we want to welcome you to Gaydall High School, home of the Bears. You're listening to Ascension Episcopal Basketball here on ESPN1420 YouTube. I'm Brandon Como. Thank you so much for joining us here. Got ourselves a District 7 1A showdown between the Ascension Episcopal Blue Gators and the Gaydall High Bears. And
getting anything, Steve?
Starting opposite results to begin district play. As a matter of fact, we had Ascension Episcopal district opener for you the other night, and they were victorious as they defeated Hanson 61-39. Gaydall, on the other hand, lost their opening district matchup to Centerville by the score of 56-30. Taking a look back at AEF on Tuesday as they defeated Hanson. Taking a look at the scoring here, it really, as a matter of scoring goes, was a three-man show. The Blue Gators were led by Ronald LeBlanc, the big man, 21 points on the night. But on the perimeter, Zach Ronquillo was just special. 5 3-pointers on the night, on the way to 17 points overall. Eli Muson had 14 points himself. So those three combined had 52 of the team's 61 points as Ascension Episcopal opened up district with the win. Also, taking a look at the win here, Ascension Episcopal did a phenomenal job defensively, as evidenced by the only 39 points that they gave up in the victory over Hanson. And really, for all the weapons that they have offensively, the fact defensively, if you look throughout their schedule, their defense has been standing out throughout the season. As a matter of fact, looking at their schedule here, they got started a little bit late in the season as far as the win column goes. Probably has a lot to do with the fact that the football players on this team were still playing as Ascension Episcopal went as far as they've ever gone, or farther than they've ever gone, I should say, in the semifinals of the Division 4 playoffs. Now they've got everybody back, and again, they opened up district successfully, and they've been playing very well as of late. 5-8 on the season with the victory last week. You take a look at this district here, the standings, and you've got 4 teams that are not 1-0 in district play and 4 teams that are 0-1. AES is one of those teams that 1-0 in district play. LCA is as well. Centerville, LCA, as a matter of fact, got the victory over Central Catholic of Morgan City last Tuesday. Centerville is 1-0 in district play as they got that victory over Gaydon. VC got the victory over Highland. So VC is 1-0 and Highland is 0-1. We're about ready for basketball here tonight. About 45 seconds left in shoot-around time as both players are heading towards their respective benches right now. Coach Bouton clapping up his team right now, getting them fired up and ready as they get ready to give you the starting lineup for tonight's contest. Now, as a matter of fact, your starting lineup for your Blue Gators tonight: Eli Mouton, Jake Arsenault, Zach Ronquillo, Jake Vascacu, and Ronald LeBlanc. So we appreciate you spending your time with us here on this Friday night, as we are here live in Gaydon. And I tell you what, this is quite a drive. And if you look at this district really does cover quite a few parishes. Gaydon down here in Vermilion Parish, of course, Ascension Episcopal, Lafayette Christian Academy, those teams out of Lafayette Parish. This also goes into St. Martin Parish, or St. Mary Parish, I should say, with Centerville, where we'll be next Friday night. It also goes to Iberia Parish with Highland Baptist in Iberia. So District 7-1A, it's very diverse and covers a very large portion of the Acadiana area. Again, Ascension Episcopal 1-0 in district play. And take a look at Gaydon here. I'm going to bring up Gaydon's record here for you. Again, they dropped their first district contest against Centerville, 56-30, and Gaydon on the season. Very similar record to Ascension Episcopal, 4-8 on the season. Looking at some of their notable victories on the year. They've got a couple of notable victories here, and a couple of noticeable defeats, I should say. As they fell to Abbeville a couple times this year. Abbeville, one of the top teams in Class 4A. Really, Gaydon kind of beating those teams that they were supposed to beat. Teams such as Hackberry, teams such as St. Edmund in 1A, who's yet to get a victory on the year. Teams such as, like I said, they beat St. Edmund twice this year, and beating Bastille as well. So really beating some of those teams that they're supposed to beat early on in the year. The Ascension Episcopal Blue Gator lineup has just been announced, the starters. Getting ready to announce the starters for the Gaydon High Bears. Dalen Charles being announced as one of the starters for the Gaydon High Bears. Mark Clark is a forward. Dakota Luquette. So far, Mark Clark, Dalen Charles, and Dakota Luquette. Kate Gaspard, number 22. And number 4, Colton Woods, and that is your starters for the Gaydon High Bears tonight. Only a few seconds away from tip here. District 7-1A action. Again, going and looking back at the last game, Ascension Episcopal, the Blue Gators get ready to take the court. Defensively, maybe the 3-man show as far as scoring, but defensively, boy, they were just absolutely outstanding. And the defense seemed to get better and better as the game went along, and really they adjusted to Highland Baptist and took their main scorer really out of the game, Baraloo, and he at times was able to put Hanson, the Tigers, on his back, but really there was little else he could do as the game went along, and little else the team could do under that suffocating Blue Gators defense. And here comes the tip, and the Blue Gators win it, but the ball ends up going over to lead off. Number 33, Dakota Lequette, grabs it and travels, so the ball goes back over to the Blue Gators. So the inbound to Eli Mouton as we are underway here. He passes it over to Ronquillo. Remember, 5 threes in the last game. Ronquillo to Vascacu. Vascacu on over to Ronald LeBlanc out on the perimeter. Gets it over to Arsenault, who then gets it back over to Ronquillo. Back over to Mouton, is really working it around as Gaydon right now in a more of a man-to-man defense. As Jake Arsenault slashes to the rim and puts it up for 2. So 2-0 lead early on. First possession of the game. The Blue Gators get the ball in the hoop. Taking it down the court right now. Colton Woods, the point guard for the Gaydon Bears. Turnover by the Bears. Ball goes over to Ascension Episcopal. Ball into Ronquillo. Ball goes back over to Eli Mouton as he takes it up the court. Ascension running their play. Getting it down to the big man, Ronald LeBlanc down low, who kicks it back out to Mouton, who drives and kicks it back out to LeBlanc, who puts it up, misses the shot, but draws the foul. That was one thing that he was able to do great the other night, was be able to draw fouls on the Hanson Tigers. So 2-0 right now, 6:50 to go. At the line, missing his first shot is Ronald LeBlanc. It's one area he's definitely going to have to improve on is that free-throw shooting, although his all-around game everywhere else has been pretty phenomenal. He misses the second one as well. So 2-0 right now, 6:45 to go in the first quarter. Colton Woods takes the ball up the court for the Gaydon Bears. Passes it over. Number 15, Dalen Charles, who gets the ball knocked away, but he gets it back. Eli Mouton playing some great pressure defense on the perimeter. And the travel is called on Gaydon. Excuse me. Ball goes over to the Blue Gators. So great defense, just continuing to carry over that phenomenal defense from the other night. As 2 possessions for the Gaydon Bears, 2 turnovers. Eli takes it up the court. Passes it over to Jake Arsenault, who gets it inside to Ronald LeBlanc, and 1. Nice job by Ronald LeBlanc, going up strong near the rim, gets the basket, and the foul. So 4-0, Ronald LeBlanc has a chance to put him up 5, misses the free throw, ball goes over to the Bears. Colton Woods taking the ball up court. Ascension Episcopal running a man-to-man defense right now. Ball goes over to Cade Gaspard, who then passes it back over to Colton Woods, who's out by the three-point line on the far corner. He drives it in, passes it to Dalen Charles, who dribbles it back out. Really cannot get inside on this Ascension Episcopal Blue Gator defense. Ball goes over to number 22, Cade Gaspard, who puts up an air ball. The big man gets the rebound. A couple of misses, and the ball goes back over to Ascension Episcopal. So, I guess on the bright side for Gaydon, they were able to get the ball down low. Problem was, they were not able to get anything going once they got down there. Eli Mouton takes the ball up the court, passes it over to Vascacu, who gets it over to Ronquillo, who drives the lane and gets fouled. Foul is on the floor, though. So he will not be going over to the line as Mouton gets ready to inbound it under the rim. Mouton passes it over into Vascacu, who gets fouled and he's going up for the shot. So he will now go to the free throw line. Jake Vascacu. He had a couple of points the other night. Matter of fact, he had 2 points in their victory over Hanson. He's at the free throw line right now, and he misses the first one. 4-0. Ascension Episcopal leads 5:20 to go in the first quarter. So Vascacu gets ready to shoot his second free throw. Free throw is good. Score now 5-0 in favor of the Blue Gators. Colton Woods takes the ball up the court for the Gaydon Bears. Passes it on over to Dalen Charles on the far side. Charles under heavy pressure from Eli Mouton, who's just been harassing him so far in this early start of the game. Ball goes over to Cade Gaspard, dribbling around on Ronald LeBlanc, trying to find some space. Boy, got bailed out on there. The foul called on Ronald LeBlanc. So the foul is on the floor, so the ball will be inbounded underneath the basket by Griffin Gidry of Gaydon. Ball inbounded to Colton Woods, who drives the lane, puts it up, and ball knocked out of bounds. Still Gaydon basketball. Griffin Gidry to inbound it once again, gets it back out to Colton Woods. Colton Woods calling the play right now. Gaydon yet to get on the scoreboard. They trail 5-0 to the Blue Gators. Ball goes over to Corey Romero, who makes a nice move to get inside, but misses the shot from close range. So turnover once again. Ball goes on over to the Blue Gators. So Gaydon is able to find a little bit of room to maneuver themselves down inside the lane, but they're not coming up with the points. As the Blue Gators have it once again. Eli Mouton driving it down. Throws an alley-oop to Ronald LeBlanc. Well, wait, now that, yep, it's a foul. Okay. Didn't know if they were going to call the foul on LeBlanc somehow, but they actually called it on Gaydon, which is the correct call. So LeBlanc goes to the line for an and one. What a beautiful alley-oop. Eli Mouton threw it from well behind the 3-point line, kind of near the timeline. Threw it up to Ronald LeBlanc. He did the rest. Ronald LeBlanc chance to get a 3-point play the old-fashioned way. Misses the free throw. Ball gets rebounded by Baxter. Goes up hard. Knocked back on the ground, but he'll get the foul call. Very tough play there by Baxter. But how about Ronald LeBlanc? My goodness, what an alley. He had 19 points the other night and really just got better as the game went along, and he's looking good in the early going as far as scoring the basketball. Timeout called. In the score 7-0 right now. AES all over Gaydon, and really, again, as I said, you know, they're known for the offensive weapons that they have, and Ronald LeBlanc, Eli Mouton, and Jaquan Pillow, but it's their defense that really stands out to me. Coach Mouton right now, Coach Eric Mouton, coming up with a game plan right now for his team as he's got him in this timeout situation. But really, this defense has just been phenomenal this year for Ascension Episcopal. That's why we have a minute to see if we can tell you some other games going on in the area, in District 7-1A. Central Catholic takes on Centerville tonight. Let's see here. Hanson is taking on Vermilion Catholic, who is out to impressive. So not only district, but 8-2 overall as well. Central Catholic taking on Highland Catholic tonight. I believe that's it. Yep. So Devin, your District 7-1A lineup for tonight. So, all right, Baskaku is at the line right now, getting ready to shoot two. And Baskaku makes the first of 2 free throws. So he's got 2 points on the night. And it's an 8-0 lead. And he carries the second free throw, so it's now 9-0 in favor of AES as they come out in the full court press now. Gaydon was able to get it past half court, but Dalen Charles didn't do his backcourt because he was under immense pressure. They did a great job stopping him there. Backcourt violation, ball goes back over to the Blue Gators. What phenomenal defense by the Blue Gators. Ball inbounded over to Eli Mouton. Takes it just past half court now. Passes it over to Jake Arsenault. So gets it back over to Mouton. Mouton rotates it around to Ronquilla, who gets it back over to Baskaku, who gets it over to Mouton. Rotating the ball around the 3-point line, I should say. Ball in the hands of Ronquillo, who gets it over to Arsenault as really they're just working around the three-point line. Now they go inside, near the free throw line, and that's great. The mid-range jumper. Sebastian, 5 points on the night already. Got nearly half his team's points. Playing big for the Blue Gators tonight. Again, that defense just phenomenal for the Blue Gators as they go ahead and put the press on again and trap. Put the trap on near the mid-court line. Ball goes back over to the Blue Gators. Eli Mouton takes it up the court. Passes it over to Ronquillo, who gets it back over to Mouton. Mouton gets it down low to Ronald LeBlanc. He goes up strong for two. And the foul. Ronald LeBlanc forced to be reckoned with tonight once again. Gadon's got a little bit more size down low than Hanson did, but Ronald LeBlanc still is able to be successful so far. He's a really athletic player. Can do it down low, but he can also make his move from, out in the mid-range area, and he's just a very athletic fellow. Did miss his free throw though, so it is 13-0 in favor of Ascension Episcopal. The trap put on once again in the full court press. Ball goes over to the Blue Gators. Ronquillo over to LeBlanc. The alley-oop. That's 2 of them so far. 15-0. 2:33 to go in the first quarter. As Gato finally gets on the board. Number 22, Cade Gaspard, making the shot there. Ball in the hands of Vasquez, goes back to Eli Mouton now. Gets it over to LeBlanc. They're really working it around the three-point line. Just being patient with the 2-3 zone. As they're trying to work it in. They get it into LeBlanc, who passes it out to Eli Mouton on the three-point line. He takes it from the three, drives it, misses the free throw, misses the layup. Ball goes over to the Gatesville Bears. Gaspard driving it down the court, taking it close to close, and he draws the foul. Great job by Gaspard there. He was looking for someone to pass it to as he took it from his own rim, got near midcourt, and then saw the defense kind of relax on him. So he decided to take it to the goal himself and was able to draw himself a foul. First free throw by Gaspard is no good. A fresh wave of substitutes, 3 substitutes as a matter of fact, coming in for the Blue Gators. One of them being number 23, Austin Arsenault. Also, number 3, Pat Werner, who got the rebound. And number 13, John White Hines in the game as well. So Ronald LeBlanc, Eli Mouton getting a rest right now. Ball thrown away by the Blue Gators. The Gators right now down 15-2, 1:35 to go in the first quarter. It's been all Blue Gators so far. Colton Woods takes it up, gets it over to Gaspard. Got 3 men just waiting for him out by the three-point line, and boy, Gaspard got bailed out there. Defense had him, and calling a foul on attention. I didn't exactly see it, but foul called nonetheless. Ball inbounded over to Gaspard, the big man, taking it out on the perimeter. He's got some good handles for a man of his size. Turnover goes over to the Blue Gators as they come down the court on the fast break. Vasquez decides to pull it out, though, as they reset the offense. All right, Jake Arsenault with the basketball now. Jake Arsenault at the top. There we go. He gets it down over to Vasquez. Puts up a mid-range shot and misses. Ball goes over to the Gator Bears. Colton Woods with the basketball right now. Tries to pass it over to Gaspard. Does indeed get it over. Gaspard, a little too much mustard on that basket. He tries to get it down low to Griffin Guidry. but the ball actually ricocheted off of a sensitive Episcopal, so it's still Gaydon basketball. Colton Woods with the ball right now is trying to really get an offense going, but between the 2-3 zone, the man-to-man, and the full-court press, really, the Blue Gators defense has Gaydon baffled. Oh, nice move by Colton Woods as he drove the lane, went behind the back, put up a layup, just missed, but he does go to the free throw line. So Colton Woods goes to the free throw line for a pair of free throws. 10 seconds left to go in the first quarter. And the ball barely gets to the rim on that one. So the first free throw missed by Woods. Has a chance to kind of make up for it here. And he misses it, went off the back iron this time. Ball goes over to Fincher, gets the ball up real quickly. But John White Hines having a hard time controlling the pass down court. So ball goes over to the Bears with 5 seconds left. Colton Woods driving it up the court. The defense letting him go. But with 0.2 seconds left, he double dribbled. So the ball goes back over to the Blue Gators. Arsenault getting ready to inbound to the Blue Gators as they will just select a 0.2 second run off the clock. So 15-2 at the end of the first quarter. The AES Blue Gators lead this game. I want to go ahead and thank some of our fine sponsors. C&G Boats, providing safe and reliable marine transportation across the Gulf Coast. C&G Boats, a marine transportation company that specializes in services to support oil and gas operators and other customers both on the shelf and in deep water. Doctors Tony and Rick Leone are supporters of Blue Gator Athletics as well as youth sports across all of Acadiana. Dr. Rick Leone's full-service ophthalmology practice in Lafayette provides patients with superior vision correction services. Rick's wife, Dr. Tony Leone, is a board-certified pediatrician providing nursing specialties committed to providing comprehensive in-home health care services guided by a risk management program. Nursing specialties is committed to recognizing and respecting each patient's individual needs and to expressing this respect throughout their daily performance. Give NSI a call for all your home health care needs. And instead, Kirk and Sonic Drive-In Restaurants, they support Blue Gator basketball as well as youth sports throughout Acadiana. Stop by Sonic to show your appreciation to Ann and Ted Kurgan for their support of Ascension Athletics. Matt Ross, Quick Slants, want to say a special thank you to Matt Ross, Quick Slants Quarterly Youth Sports Magazine covering all of Acadiana's youth sports. And the Ascension Booster Club, call the school if you're interested in becoming a member or go to their Facebook page. So all right, 15-2, beginning of the second quarter, AES all over Gaydon. AES with the basketball, ball goes down to Ronald LeBlanc, who gets another 2-point basket. That's 10 points on the night so far for Ronald LeBlanc. 17-2, the Blue Gators lead. Colton Woods with the ball, and he continues to go to Dalen Charles on the wing as they try and get something going on the outside and hope something opens on the inside, but not happening. Dalen Charles trying to drive down low, but gets rejected. Ball goes over to Ascension, and down the court goes Arsenault, puts it up for the layup, but denied. But he did get fouled, so he will go to the free throw line. So Arsenault at the line for two, hoping to add to their already double-digit lead. Oh, first one bounces around the rim, but does not go in. Arsenault with the second miss, but there was a lane violation by Corey Romero of Gaydon, so go get another shot. And they have really struggled tonight, has the Blue Gators, with free throws. That is one area, they're going to have to improve on as the season. I know right now they're up big over Gaydon, but against some of the better teams in this district, they're going to have to knock down some of these free throws. As Arsenault misses a third free throw there, ball goes over to the Bears. Gaspard trying to take it up court, under pressure, gets the ball over half court. Ball goes back over to Gaspard, who's at the top playing point. Gets it over to the actual point guard, Colton Woods. As Ascension playing a 2-3 defense right now. Ronquillo playing some great defense on Gaspard. Gaspard driving the lane, though. Really nowhere to go. Ronald LeBlanc comes up with the block and the rebound. Eli Mouton takes it up court. Pitches it on over to Ronald LeBlanc, who gets it over to Ronquillo, still outside the three-point line. Gets it to Arsenault outside the three-point line as well. They work it down, get it to LeBlanc, but he's triple team, passes it back out to Vasquez, who misses the three-pointer. Boy, the effort by Vasquez is something special, though, as he goes in the middle of three Bears defenders to try and get that rebound. Didn't work out, though, as the ball goes over to the Bears. But Vasquez tonight putting out a lot of effort. And so far, he's got 5 points on the night, but really, his effort, you can't ask for more than that as far as effort goes as a head coach. Kate on with the basketball right now. Gaspard has it, pitches it on out to Dalen Charles. Gets it over to Colton Woods, who drives the lane, puts up the acrobatic shot, but misses. Somehow Gaydon gets the ball back. Gaspard with the three. Ball gets rebounded by Blue Gators as Eli Mouton takes it up the court, races down the court. Ball over to LeBlanc. Misses the easy layup. Mouton with the three. He puts it up and misses it as well. But good hustle play by LeBlanc. Oh, and they did not give it to him. LeBlanc had come behind the defender, knocked the ball, or behind the offensive player for the Bears, knocked the ball out, but he had just gone out of bounds. The ball goes over to the Gaydon Bears. 5:30 and counting to go in the second quarter, 17-2. AES on top. Dalen Charles over to Colton Woods, trying to find some room in the defense. The Blue Gators are now in a man-to-man defense. So they did a great job of switching up defenses all night long. Dalen Charles driving the lane, putting up a shot, no good, but he'll go to the free throw line for two. 17-2, 2:05 to go in the second quarter. Dalen Charles getting up the free throw, and boy, well, rainbow shot, but it worked. It's nothing but net. 17-3 the score. Another rainbow shot from Dalen Charles. It's it once again. So Dalen Charles gets himself on the scoreboard tonight. And the Bears do a little press of their own, trying to get the trap going, but can't get it going. Mouton drives down the middle, misses a mid-range shot. Ball goes up to the Bears. Mouton is having a hard time getting on track tonight, as he has no points, but put up about 4 or 5 shots, and just nothing falling so far from Mouton, but the rest of his team has his back for sure. Mouton, though, I'll tell you what, playing outstanding defense tonight. As the Bears have only hit one field goal. Turnover once again caused by the Blue Gators' pressure defense. But as I was saying, the Bears have only made one field goal tonight in a quarter and a half of play. 17-4, 4:17 to go in the second quarter. Mouton running the offense. Gets it on over to Arsenault, who gets it down low to Vasquez. Nice shot by Vasquez, but does not fall. Ball goes over to the Bears. Again, the Bears have some height down low, so really they've done a good job of defensive rebounding tonight. I've converted it to points, and Woods missing on the layup there. A little pressure by Ronald LeBlanc. AES takes it back down the court, and Mouton gets on the board to make the score 19-4. Turnover once again. Eli Mouton with the ball goes up for the layup and gets it. So Eli Mouton all of a sudden getting on the board. He's getting going now as well. 21-4 is the score. Gaydon taking up the court. Man-to-man defense by the Blue Gators. Ball thrown cross court to Colton Woods, who tries to get a layup going, but there's no going for that. Jake Arsenault with the ball down the court gets the easy layup in 23-4. 2:59 to go in the second quarter. Ascension Episcopal all over Gadol tonight. All right, so taking a look here at your sponsors, I want to say a special thank you again to C&G Boats, providing safe and reliable marine transportation across the Gulf Coast. C&G Boats is a marine transportation company that specializes in services to support oil and gas operators and other customers both on the shelf and in the water. I want to say thank you to Matt Roth, Quick Slants, quarterly youth sports magazine. They cover all of Acadiana's youth sports. And the Ascension Booster Club. Call the school if you're interested in becoming a member or go to their Facebook page. 23-4, the Blue Gators lead right now as the Blue Gators come out of the timeout. It will be Gadol basketball as they will have to go the length of the court here. Colton Woods brings it up court for the Bears. Gets it on over to Gaspard, who gets it down low. Gets it down low to Michael Shaw. Gets it down low to Mark Clark, who's able to draw the foul and go to the free throw line. 1-1 for Clark. First one goes down. 23-5 now. Ascension Episcopal leads. 2:48 to go in the second quarter. Clark will get one more shot, provided there's no lane violations by the Blue Gators. Clark puts it up, misses the second free throw. Ball stays with the Bears. As Gaspard gets another rebound on the night, tries to drive on the baseline, and is fouled in the process. So the foul, trying to see what number he called on the foul here. Not exactly sure who he called it on. Nonetheless, Gaspard at the line. Looks like this is a 1-1. It is. This is the first one, and ball goes over to Ascension Episcopal. But the ball, they're trying to figure out who went out of bounds on. They're going to call a jump ball. Well, looks like they're going to call a jump ball. Possession is going to stay with the Bears. So I guess they call ball went out on both players at the same time, so they call a jump ball, and ball ends up staying over with the Bears. Ball stolen by Mouton, who's able to control it as it was almost going out of bounds, and he gets the layup as well. So Mouton, 6 points on the night, makes the score 25-5. Gaspard drives the lane. Great job of splitting the defenders there. Gaspard working hard all night long. He's been a standout player for the Bears tonight and what's been a rough effort for them so far. Gaspard once again saving the ball as it's going out of bounds. Ball goes up court to Dalen Charles, who gets the two. I got to tell you, this Gaspard kid, he gives you a lot of effort. Gets you a lot of rebounds, gets you some effort. He was a big reason why they're able to get some points. Ascension Episcopal with the ball now, missed an opportunity there. Down low, wide open, has to pass it back out. Ball goes over, I believe that's Warner, yes. Warner missing the three-point shot. Ball goes back over to the Bears. So 25-9, Ascension Episcopal leads, 1:23 to go in the second quarter. Gaspard tries to lane, puts a spin move on, but he traveled. Yep, he traveled. Kind of shaking his head there and discussing himself there, but again, he's put on a great effort. He's really, at times, seems like he's having to take on this Blue Gators defense all by himself. And that defense is very tough and puts a lot of great effort, though, again. Mouton with the ball, taking it up the court as the Bears going in a press situation of a half-court press. Muton breaks the press, but they're going to call carry on Muton as he had gotten around the pick sent by his teammate, number 10, Luke Kurgan, but carried the basketball as he was driving to the rim. Ball goes over to the Bears. So Colton Woods takes it up the court, and he travels. So turnover once again by the Bears, 25-9. Ascension Episcopal taking the ball out. Vascacu inbounding it to Ron Quillo. Ron Quillo's been pretty quiet tonight on the scoreboard, not getting on it yet after having 5 3-pointers in the matchup against Hanson on Tuesday night. Ball goes over to Ron Quillo as he's just running point right now. Ron Quillo with the basketball, puts up the three, and hits the back of the iron. But the rebound by Vascacu, he puts it in. Vascacu, only getting 2 points in the last game, has done very well tonight. 7 points on the night so far. Team's second leading scorer behind Ronald LeBlanc. And Vascacu has had a pretty solid game. He goes to the free throw line for an and one. Just misses the and one. Ball rebounded by the Bears. 26 seconds and counting as the Bears try and get some points here before the half. Down 27-9. Colton Woods with the ball at the top. Passes it on over to Dalen Charles, who gets it right back to him. Dalen Charles with the basketball once again. Pass over to Griffin Gidry. They're trying to find some opening in the defense. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Charles with the three-point shot. Misses, but was bailed out by the foul. Oh, and that just was not a smart foul by the Blue Gators. You had him reeling. He was falling back trying to put the shot up. Now he gets to go to the line for free throws. Dalen Charles with a rainbow shot. Once again, he's 3 for 3 on free throws tonight. A pretty shot, as a matter of fact, from the free throw line. Puts up the second shot of 3 and just misses. So made that 3 of 4 on the night free throws for Dalen Charles. Takes the score 27-10. 0.6 seconds to go in the half. Third free throw for Dalen Charles. As he puts it up and misses. So apparently there was a lane violation. There was on the second free throw. So he's going to now get a fourth free throw. So here we go. And he misses the fourth free throw. Ball heaves up. Full court. No good. 27-11. 27-11. The Ascension Episcopal Blue Gators leading the Gaydon Bears at the half. And man, again, that defense has just been lights out for Ascension Episcopal tonight. Really, I believe it's only been, let's see here, there have only been 3 field goals made. Yes, there's been only 3 field goals made tonight by the Gaydon Bears in 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, you look at the other side and kind of tallying up some of the scoring here. Ronald LeBlanc, 10 points on the night. Jake Vascacu has 5. Jake Vascacu has 7. Eli Mouton has 6. Jake Arsenault has 2. So tonight, it's been Eli Mouton, Jake Vascacu, and Ronald LeBlanc being the three-headed monster. Ron Quillo, he was a part of that three-headed monster the other night. Not getting on the board tonight, but he's played some really good defense. So has Mouton as well. Vascacu, really standing out to me for his hard work on both sides of the ball. Ronald LeBlanc has just been a matchup nightmare for this for Gaydon. It'll be a matchup nightmare for most teams as well. I want to say a special thank you to our sponsors. I want to say a special thank you to Matt Robb, Quick Slant. Their quarterly youth sports magazine covers all of Acadiana's youth sports. Make sure you check them out. Dr. Sony and Rick Leona, they're supporters of Blue Gator Athletics, as well as youth sports across all of Acadiana. Dr. Rick Leone's full-service ophthalmology practice in Lafayette provides patients with superior vision correction services. providing nursing specialties, committed to providing comprehensive in-home healthcare services guided by a risk management program. Nursing Specialties is committed to recognizing and respecting each patient's individual needs and to expressing this respect throughout their daily performance. Give NSI a call for all your home healthcare needs. So 8 minutes until we start the third quarter. Ascension Episcopal right now 27-11 on the night. And in case you missed the pregame, we'll go ahead and go through some of the matchups for tonight and some of the district standings. Let's go through district standings first. Ascension Episcopal, LCA, Centerville, and VC all 1-0 in district play. Central Catholic of Morgan City, Gadol, Hanson, and Highland all 0-1 in district play. Now, of those over teams in district play, I want to point out Central Catholic of Morgan City, which has been a team that has been one of the better teams in this district over the years. I want to point out their record because, look, they're 2-9, but they've played a pretty brutal record. Check this record out. Check out some of the teams that they've had to play. E.D. White, who's 10-2 on the season out of 3A. H.L. Bourgeois, Class 5A power. And as a matter of fact, they only lost by 7 to H.L. Bourgeois earlier in the year. They beat Berwick earlier this year, which is a good solid win. A Berwick team that's 11-9 in 3A. Morgan City, they lost 2 in that one. They lost to South Lafourche. They lost to Turlings, who's having a rough year. Still a step up in class, though, obviously. Lost to Central Lafourche, who's 11-4 on the year. Lost to E.D. White once again. And lost to Lusher Charter and Lafayette Christian Academy to open up district. So this is a team, now they lost to LCA by 30 points. This is a team in Central Catholic that I would not be surprised to see them finish in the top half. Now, in the top 2 or 3, I don't expect that. But in the top 4, I think they've got a chance. I think the way that it looks right now is pretty close to what your top half of your district is. And, AES, LCA, Centerville, VC. Those teams, especially VC has been off to a fantastic start. But looking at that, I really think that Central Catholic is the team of the 4 that started out 0-1 that I believe could jump up and replace one of those teams. Either AES, Centerville, or VC. I'm interested to see later on in the year how AES matches up with Centerville and with VC, especially with VC. That's the game that I'm really looking forward to. And of course, they'll play them twice, but taking a look at VC after this game, which if the score holds up, 27-11, Ascension should be on their way to the victory. But let's not count our chickens before they hatch. But Central Catholic is the next opponent for AES. It's going to be a tough contest. Again, as I just talked to you about, Central Catholic is a team that is used to being one of the better teams in District 7-1A, a team that's used to making playoff runs. I think they're going to get better as district goes along. So AES, that game will be at home, which is good. But this Central Catholic team is capable of pulling off that quote-unquote upset. So, then after them, let's see here. I'll make sure I got this right. I actually just made a little bit of a mistake there. Let me correct myself. Because Ascension Episcopal, they actually play Vermilion Catholic. My apologies. They don't play Central Catholic until about 3 weeks down the line. So my mistake. After tonight's game against Gadol, they played Vermilion Catholic, who's one of the hotter teams in the district, 8-2 on the year. Then they play Centerville. So a couple of tough games coming up for VC. Coming up for AES against VC and Centerville. As a matter of fact, let me bring up VC. Bring up VC's schedule for you here. If you look at VC, they've played ERAT 3 times. They've won 2 of the 3 matchups against ERAT. They've played, their schedule really has not been that strong of a schedule. They're the only team that they've played besides ERAS that has a winning record has been Louisville, which Louisville 2A, 12-4 in the year, 48-40 loss. So a very respectable loss to good Louisville basketball. But Vermilion Catholic has proven they've taken care of business against teams that they're supposed to, kind of like I said earlier. So don't want to look too far ahead, but did want to mention Vermilion Catholic is up next for Ascension Episcopal. 2:53 to go here in the half. 27-11 AES lead. I want to say a thank you to our sponsors once again. The Ascension Booster Club. Call the school if you're interested in becoming a member or go to their Facebook page. Mad Rock Quick Slants, their quarterly youth sports magazine, covers all of Acadiana's youth sports. A special thank you over to Mad Rock. He is a huge reason why we're able to broadcast these games to you. So I want to say a special thank you to Mr. Roth. And Ted Kurgan, Summit Drive-In Restaurant. They support Blue Gator basketball as well as youth sports throughout Acadiana. Stop by Summit to show your appreciation to Ann and Ted Kurgan for their support of Ascension Athletics. CNG Boats providing safe and reliable marine transportation across the Gulf Coast. CNG Boats is a marine transportation company that specializes in services to support oil and gas operators and other customers both on the shelf and in deep water. Doctors Tony and Rick Leone, they're supporters of Blue Gator Athletics, as well as youth sports across all of Acadiana. Dr. Rick Leone's full-service ophthalmology practice in Lafayette provides patients with superior vision correction services. Rick's wife, Dr. Tony Leone, is a board-certified pediatrician, providing nursing specialties, committed to providing comprehensive in-home healthcare services, guided by a risk management program. Nursing specialties is committed to recognizing and respecting each patient's individual needs and to expressing this respect throughout their daily performance. Give NSI a call for all your home healthcare needs. So, all right, 1 minute to go here before the half ends. Ascension Episcopal out right now shooting, getting themselves warmed back up before the third quarter. Coming back to the court right now is the Gaydon Bears as several of their players make their way back onto the court. Only a couple players really shooting around for the Bears as they head back to the bench, get some instruction from their head coach. Coach Mouton gathering over his Blue Gators, getting them ready for the second half as well. And coming back from halftime, concession stand, all that good stuff, getting ready to come back into the seats as well. As we're about 17 seconds and counting from getting you ready for the second half action here, live from Gaydon High. And if you're just joining me, I am Brandon Coma, very, very gracious, thank you so much for joining us here on the broadcast. ESPN1420, ESPN1420 YouTube. All right, so here we go. Blue Gator basketball as Ronquillo inbounds the ball over to Mouton. Mouton takes the ball past the half-court line, gets over to Ronald LeBlanc on the perimeter. He gets it back to Mouton. Mouton over. Oh, Mouton tried to get it over to LeBlanc off on the alley-oop pass, and he had LeBlanc wide open. 27-11 here. Blue Gators lead. Ball over to Gaspard for the three. Comes up short, rebound, and ball goes over to the Blue Gators. So Blue Gator basketball as Jake Arsenault gets set to inbound the ball to Eli Mouton, who has the basketball now and will take it up the court. Looks like a man defense. Ronald LeBlanc, though, wide open as his man was off of him. But Mouton did not catch him down low. Nevertheless, the ball finds its way over to LeBlanc. Ball goes back over to Mouton for the three, and it's just a bit off. First minute of action, third quarter. Scoreless third quarter so far. Colton Woods with the basketball as he assesses the 1-2-2 defense by the Blue Gators. Blue Gators really mixing it up on defense tonight. Dylan Charles over to Gaspard, who drives the baseline, puts it up off the backboard. Ball misses, but ball rebounded. Goes on over to Colton Woods for the three, and he misses. Ball goes over to the Blue Gators. A little bit of a breakdown there by the Blue Gators defense, but the Bears not able to make them pay. Mouton takes the ball up the court, passes it on over to Ron Quillo, gets it back over to Mouton. Ron Quillo with the basketball at the three-point line, works it down down to Ronald, who gets the ball over to Vasquez, who drives the lane, misses the layup, but does go to the free throw line. So far in that play yesterday, really doing a good job of running the ball through LeBlanc and gets Vasquez to the line for two. Vasquez misses the first one. Vasquez so far on the night, 7 points, has a chance to make it 8. He does not do so. Still scoreless here in the third quarter, 27-11. Blue Gators on top. Pressure defense, ball just somehow gets through. As Gaspard tries to do a behind-the-back pass, ball goes over to the Blue Gators. They turn it back over to Colton Woods, who has the ball by the three. Looks like he's doing a little Harlem Globetrotters there, but gets possession of the basketball and sets the offense up for the Bears. Ball goes over to Gaspard at the three, who passes over to Colton Woods, cross court, who gets it down over the court of Romero, who turns it over. Ball goes over to Ascension. Alley-oop, breaking up by the Bears, but Ronald LeBlanc was pushed, so that will be a foul on the Bears. Mouton, though, will inbound it under the rim. Mouton gets it out over to Ron Quillo on the three. Just misses. Ball goes back over to Vasquez with the rebound, the long rebound. Gets over to Arsenault, gets over to Mouton. Thought about taking the corner three. Dribbles it around. He's looking for someone to find the ball. Gets it back up top. Who gets it back to Ron Quillo. Drives the lane. Pitches it to Mouton at the three. Gets it down to LeBlanc for mid-range. He passes it to Arsenault. Oh, off on the three is Arsenault. Ball goes over to the Bears. All right, man-to-man. Well, let's see here. Yeah, it looks like a man-to-man defense here by the Blue Gators. Foul called, though, on AES. Ball, as a matter of fact, foul called on Eli Mouton. No Blue Gators, though, really in foul trouble tonight. Blue Gators causing the turnover as Mouton drives down the court. Gets the easy layup as he just blew past the defense. That's 8 points for Mouton on the night. Back comes the Bears down the court. Colton Woods, though, taking it back, pulling the ball back out, though. Reassessing the defense. Pass over to Gaspard. Passes on the three. Tries to make the pass to Corey Romero, who was wide open on the post, but pass not able to be connected. Ball goes over to the Blue Gators as they race down the court. Ronald LeBlanc on the post. Puts the ball up in double team, double coverage. Misses, gets it back, gets it up to Vasquez, who shoots the three. Oh, just a little bit off by Vasquez. Ball goes over to the Bears. Colton Woods drives, gets it over to Gaspard, who drives the lane, puts it up, misses, follow, and gets it in, and the and one. So Gaspard make that 6 points on the night for Gaspard as he goes to the free throw line for a chance at a 3-point play. He gets the 3-point play the old-fashioned way. 7 points for Kate Gaspard as he leads the Bears in scoring tonight. Blue Gators got the ball right on the ball at the 3-point line, kind of in the center of the offense. Gets it over to Mouton, gets it over to Ronquillo, who then gets it back to Mouton, gets it back over to Arsenault, who drives baseline, not able to connect. Ball goes over to the Bears. Colton Woods drives the lane, passes it out for the three. Yeah, the ball is just going all over the place right now, just to be honest with you. And the ball eventually goes out of bounds by the Bears. So I don't want to call it hot potato, but the ball going all over the place on that last possession, as really the Bears could not keep control of it against this suffocating Ascension Episcopal defense. Half court press here. Well, 3/4 court press, I should say, by the Bears. Mouton breaks it, gets it over to LeBlanc. It comes with a reverse layup, but just misses. I thought he was going to go up and dunk it there, but he tried to go for the reverse layup. Still Ascension Episcopal basketball. As Mouton gets the three in the corner and just misses. Gate on basketball. Colton Woods brings it up the court once again. Pat Werner getting ready to check into the ball game for the Blue Gators. 3-point shot put up by Dalen Charles off the mark. Eli Mouton takes the ball, rebounds, goes up the court, gets it over to Baskaku, who gets the ball stolen. Ball stolen by Dalen Charles, but, well, I thought it was going to be out on the Bears, but it's actually a foul on Baskaku after he had the ball stolen from him. So, foul on Baskaku. He and Mouton go have a seat on the bench. Ball goes back over to the Bears. Colton Woods with the basketball right now. Gets it on over to Dalen Charles, who gets it back to Woods, gets it to Gaspard, gets it back to Charles, who takes a 3-point shot, 2 men in his face, misses it badly. Ball goes back to Gaspard. Foul called on the floor despite the fact that he made the shot. Foul called on the floor. So, Gaspard will not get credit for the shot there. So, ball being inbounded under the rim by Griffin Guidry of the Bears. Gaspard with the ball in the post. Just misses the shot. Or gets it blocked, I should say. Ball goes over to the Blue Gators. Marcineau drives it down court and puts up the layup, puts up the shot, misses, but gets the foul call. Matter of fact, Gaspard, it looks like he'll be called for the foul. And getting ready to check in for the Gaydon Bears. I believe that is Dakota Luquette. Yeah. Big man Dakota Luquette looking to come in for the Bears. First free throw made by Arsenault. As Arsenault has 3 points now on the night. Gaspard will go take a seat on the bench. Second free throw, no good by Arsenault. 30-14 is the score. Ascension Episcopal leads in this ball game. 1:57 and counting to go in the third quarter. Ball goes over to Luquette, who throws it away from the post. Ascension Episcopal basketball. Pat Werner passes on the three, drives down the lane, and gets rewarded with the foul call. Foul call on Dalen Charles for the Gaydon Bears, as Werner will go to the line for 2. Pat Werner looking to get in the score column tonight. First free throw up and hits the front of the rim, no good. Eli Mouton and Zach Ronquillo come in for, Eli Mouton and Baskaku come in for Ronquillo and Arsenault. Second free throw put up by Werner is good. So Werner gets himself on the scoreboard tonight. This first point of the evening. 1:40 to go, 31-14. Ascension Episcopal leading. Gaydon basketball. Mark Clark with the ball. Throws it over to Griffin Guidry, who gets it back to Colton Woods, who tries to throw it. Gets the ball. Pass completed to Mark Clark, but a little bit off on the pass. Unfortunately, the ball didn't go out of bounds on that one. Mark Clark getting the ball back to Colton Woods. Gaydon trying to work their way around this defense, but really no give right now in the Blue Gators defense. Maybe they have something going here. Oh, nearly a travel there by Griffin Guidry. Griffin Guidry gets it down low to his big man, Dakota Luquette, and he gets fouled. All right, get ready to check into the basketball game for the Blue Gators is Stonewall Jackson, number 44. He comes into the ball game for number 23, Brennan Lightfoot. Getting on basketball right now. Dalen Charles puts up a circus shot that goes in. Dalen Charles, again, a circus shot as he was driving, hit it from mid-range. A couple of defenders in his face. He gets himself back on the scoreboard. 31-16 is your score right now. 32 seconds and counting in the third quarter. Ascension basketball as they are content to throw the basketball around. Passing on a couple of open three-point shots. I think they just want to milk this 18 seconds down and get that last shot, which is very smart on their part. Elon moves on with the basketball right now. As again, they're just taking this time off. They get themselves set up with the last shot. Ball worked down low to Vasquez, who puts it up and gets fouled. Great job of working down the clock by the Blue Gators, getting themselves in a high percentage shot situation. The other shot didn't go in, but Vasquez has himself on the free throw line. First free throw up for Vasquez. And it rims around and falls right back out. 31-16 is the score, 4.4 seconds to go in the third quarter. Second free throw up for Vasquez is good. So make that 32-16. As Gaydon puts up a shot near the timeline, does Colton Woods no good. 32-16 at the end of the third quarter in favor of Ascension Episcopal. Go ahead and mark down Vasquez's last free throw, which gives him 8 points on the night. Ronald LeBlanc still leading the team with 10. Eli Moutson with 8. Barcino with 3. Warner with 1. I want to thank our sponsors once again tonight. C&G Boats, providing safe and reliable marine transportation across the Gulf Coast. C&G Boats is a marine transportation company that specializes in services to support oil and gas operators and other customers both on the shelf and in deep water. Doctors Tony and Rick Leone are supporters of Blue Gator Athletics, as well as youth sports across all of Acadiana. Dr. Rick Leone's full service ophthalmology practice in Lafayette provides patients with superior vision correction services. Rick's wife, Dr. Tony Leone, is a board-certified pediatrician providing nursing specialties committed to providing comprehensive in-home healthcare services guided by a risk management program. Nursing Specialties is committed to recognizing and respecting each patient's individual needs and to expressing this respect throughout their daily performance. Give NSI a call for all your home health care needs. And at Ted Gergen Sonic Drive-In Restaurant support Blue Gator basketball as well as youth sports throughout Acadiana. Stop by Sonic to show your appreciation to Ann and Ted Gergen for their support of Ascension Athletics. Matt Roth, Quick Glance Quarterly Youth Sports Magazine, covering all of Acadiana's youth sports, and an Attention Booster Club. Call the school if you're interested in becoming a member or go to their Facebook page. All right, so Gaydon inbounds the ball. Dalen Charles with the basketball, loses the handle, goes in the backcourt. So what's the call here? Ball goes over to Ascension Episcopal. Referees had to work it out and make sure the ball was not off of a Blue Gator, but it was not. So Eli Mouton with the basketball now as he prepares to take it over half court, gets the ball over to Ronquillo, who gets it back over to Mouton as they get ready to run their offense. Working the ball back around to Ronquillo, who gets it down to Ronald LeBlanc on the block. Just misses. Tussle around for the ball, goes back to the Blue Gators. Eli Mouton with the basketball, resets the offense. Ball goes over to Ronald LeBlanc in for the dunk. As he drove the lane, fantastic dunk by Ronald LeBlanc. 12 points on the night for the big man. 34-16 in favor of the Blue Gators. Colton Woods with the basketball right now. Blue Gators playing a man-to-man defense. The Bears trying to find anything right now. Timeout by Gaydon. And I think that was a smart timeout there because really the defense for Ascension just putting the clamps down on Gaydon. Gaydon looked a little wild there trying to get their offense going. Again, 34-16, 6:40 to go in the ball game. It's been all AES from the beginning. As a matter of fact, AES came out with an 11-0 lead before Gaydon was able to get on to the board. And really, it's just been about maintaining and expanding that lead throughout the night for the Blue Gators. Blue Gators looking to go 2-0 in district play, looking to improve their overall record to 6-8. As I said, I believe they made a statement the other night in their victory over Hanson. And they're making another one tonight in what appears to be a victory against Gaydon. 6:35 to go. 34-16 is the score. Ascension Episcopal leads. Gaydon with the basketball. Colton Woods trying to get something going with his guys. Got a 2-3 defense now for Ascension. The Bears just trying to work it around the three-point line, trying to find something. Nearly throws it away there. Colton Woods, acrobatic shot does not fall, but the ball stays with the Bears. Ball goes on over to Dalen Charles, who gets it back to Gaspard, who turns the ball over to Mouton, who races up the court and races past Charles and gets the basket and the foul. Eli Mouton, he can turn on that quickness really when he wants to. And, you know, as he's driving up the court on the fast break, once he gets, past that three-point line, he just puts it in another gear and blows past him. Does a great job of feeling the defender, then blows past him. Misses the free throw, though. Failed to convert on the three-point play, nonetheless, though. 36-16 in favor of the Blue Gators. Gaydon with the basketball. They try and work it inside. Colton Wood drives in the lane, has to pitch it back out to Charles. Charles trying to make the moves on the outside. Ends up getting a foul called on Eli Mouton. So good job by Charles. Making a little something happen there. Getting the foul called. That being said, the foul was on the floor. The ball will be inbounded by the Bears. Colton Woods with the basketball. Downloads this big man. But gets it back out to Colton Woods, who drives the lane, puts up the floater, and it's good. Colton Woods with his first basket of the game tonight for the Bears. Ascension comes racing back down the court and turns the ball over. Yep, turns the ball over. Now here comes Gaydon the other way. Charles with the floater. Oh, just misses. And his big man runs into him, Dakota Leggett. Ball out of bounds on the Bears. 36-18 is your score. Ascension leads with 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. 3/4 press here by the Bears. Broke it easily. Ronald LeBlanc goes for the dunk, but missed it. The Gaydon fans having a little fun with him as he missed a wide open dunk, but Ronald LeBlanc, good sport about it as he's got a big smile on his face right now. He's kind of beating himself up a little bit, but he's got a smile on his face nonetheless. Still 36-18 in favor of the Blue Gators. Ball caught, ball picked off by Mouton, who tries it. Beautiful layup. Mouton jumped the passing lane, and it was off to the races, and then had to put up a layup behind the back, and was able to make it and get the three-point play. Mouton's points here have really come in spurts tonight. And he's in the middle of a spurt right now. 12 points on the night for Eli Mouton as he's at the free throw line, awaiting the guys to all line up so he can take his and one free throw. 38-18 is the score. 4:34 to go in this game. Eli Mouton with the shot, and it's good. So Eli Mouton make that 13 points on the night for him as he leads the team in scoring tonight. Ball rejected by Jake Arsenault. But the ball will stay over with the Guingamp Bears. I'm actually going to call the foul on that one. Yeah, you got a little bit of hand on that one. I will definitely admit that. So at the free throw line for the Guingamp Bears is number 12, Mark Clark, and he misses the first free throw. Second free throw by Mark Clark as he looks to get on the scoreboard tonight for the first time. Free throw is good. So make it 39-19 in favor of the Blue Gators. 3/4 press by the Bears. Number 5, Momac Seal checks into the ball game for the Bears. Press broken by the Blue Gators. Ronquillo gets it back to Jake Arsenault, who gets the Mouton nearly picked off. Mouton able to recover it amongst 3 Bears and instead let back down. Ball goes over to Ronquillo, gets it over to Vasquez, over to Arsenault, back over to Mouton, back over to Ronquillo. It's just hot potato right now. As another 4 passes have been made since the last one. There's another pass right there. So a little bit of hot potato action going on right now with the Blue Gators. Ball ends up back in the hands of Mouton. 3:40 to go, 39-19 in favor of the Blue Gators. Mouton going one-on-one with his defender. Ball knocked away but recovered by the Blue Gators. Ball now in the hands of Arsenault. Arsenault gets it over to Mouton. Ronquillo comes running free and to the basket and scoring the 2. Good job of cutting there by Ronquillo as he gets himself on the board for the first time tonight. 41-19 is your score. Gaspard with the shot. The long 2 goes in for Gaspard. As he leads in scoring tonight for the Bears. 3/4 press broken. Ronquillo goes to the basket. Oh, misses the layup. A little bit of a long layup there. Did not fall for Ronquillo. Ball back over to the Bears. Gaspard takes it down court. Gets it over to Max Seal. Gets it over to Charles. Who gets it back to Max Seal. Passes it to Gaspard. Ball goes out of bounds. On the Bears. So 41-21. All right, got a couple of substitutions here. Werner. Let's see. Werner and John Wyatt Hines come in the game as they relieve Eli Mouton and Zach Ronquillo. So it looks like it'll be done for them. So all the starters except Vasquez and Arsenault on the bench. Speaking of Vasquez, he's got the ball now down low, pitches it back out though. Arsenault at the top of the key. Arsenault playing point guard, although he's a big man. Makes his move to the rim, takes a spin move, goes out of control, misses the layup. Back the other way comes the Bears. And Dalen Charles finish off the fast break there with another score. Brashier wide open as Arsenault for the layup, and he gets it. So press broken as Arsenault was all by himself, as he hadn't gotten back on defense yet on the other side. He gets rewarded there with an easy 2. (43-23), 1:31 to go. Turnover by the Bears. Ball goes back over to Ascension. As Warner tries to put up a shot, it's blocked. Ball down in the hands of Dalen Charles. Charles with the ball out by the 3-point line. Gets it on over to Momac Seal, who gets it out to Corey Romero with a long 3. No good. Ball over to the Blue Gators. All right, so a couple of substitutions coming in for the Blue Gators here. Number 34, Matthew Moe, and number 10, number 34, Brooks Whittington, and number 10, Luke Kurgan, coming in for the remaining 2 starters. Ronquillo, and Arsenault. 106 to go in the game, 43-23. Game now definitely in hand for the Blue Gators. As we await for Jadon to come out of their huddle after the timeout, it is a Blue Gator basketball. All right, Blue Gators get the ball over the court. Ball that was very, very nearly a backcourt, but the ball gets turned over anyway to the Bears. Charles drives, misses the layup, but gets the foul call. So 50.7 seconds left to go before the Blue Gators improve to 2-0 in district play, and the Bears fall to 0-2 in district play. The Gator Bears' next opponent will be the Lafayette Christian Academy Knights. So certainly does not get any easier for the Gator Bears after this one. They have LCA, and then they have Highland Baptist after that. Look at the Ascension Episcopal schedule. They've got Vermilion Catholic and Centerville next week. Second free throw made by Charles. Or I should say free throw made by Charles. 43-24, 45 and a half seconds to go in the ball game. Coach Boothall telling his Blue Gators not to foul, with there only being 36 seconds left to victory here. Ball put up by Charles. Air ball is the three, but rebounded by Gaspar who gets the putback. Makes that 43-27 in favor of the Blue Gators. Ball down court, goes over to number 34, Brooks Whittington, who's fouled on the floor, so ball stays with the Blue Gators. Ball makes its way over. Well, ball stolen, actually, I should say, and shot made by Charles there. As time expires, 43-29 is your final score. The Blue Gators victorious tonight. Gator made the score look a little bit better towards the end, but Ascension Episcopal was in complete control tonight as they again improved to 2-0 in district play, and Gator falls to 0-2. Before we wrap this thing up, want to say thank you once again to our sponsors. C&G Boats, providing safe and reliable marine transportation across the Gulf Coast. C&G Boats is a marine transportation company that specializes in services to support oil and gas operators and other customers both on the shelf and in deep water. Drs. Tony and Rick Leone, they're supporters of Blue Gator Athletics, as well as youth sports across all of Acadiana. Dr. Rick Leone's full-service ophthalmology practice in Lafayette provides patients with superior vision correction services. Rick's wife, Dr. Tony Leone, is a board-certified pediatrician, providing nursing specialties, committed to providing comprehensive in-home health care services, guided by a risk management program. Nursing specialties is committed to recognizing and respecting each patient's individual needs and to expressing disrespect throughout their daily performance. Give NSI a call for all your home health care needs. Ann and Ted Kurgan, Sonic Drive-In Restaurants, support Blue Gator basketball as well as youth sports throughout Acadiana. Stop by Sonic to show your appreciation to Ann and Ted Kurgan for their support of Ascension Athletics. Matt Roth, Quick Slants, quarterly youth sports magazine. They cover all of Acadiana's youth sports. And the Ascension Booster Club. Call the school if you're interested in becoming a member or go to their Facebook page. So once again, the final score tonight from here in Gaydon. Ascension Episcopal 43, Gaydon 29. Let's take a look at some of your scores here. First of all, let's start with Gaydon. As your leading scorers here were Kate Gaspard, as he had 11 points on the night. Dalen Charles had 11 as well. Walt Clark had 1 point. Colton Woods had 2. Taking a look at your Ascension Episcopal Blue Gators tonight. Eli Muthal had himself a big game, and he really scored in spurts tonight, but ended up being the leading scorer on the team with, 13 points on the night. Ronald LeBlanc right behind him with 12. Jake Bascu had himself quite a good night as well. He had 8 points on the night. Jake Arsenault putting in 5. Zach Roncola with 2. And Pat Warner had 1 point on the night. So, Cincinnati Episcopal with the victory. 2-0 start to District 7 1-day play. We'll have the call for you again on Tuesday night. And they get ready to take on Vermilion Catholic at home. CVP will be joining me on the broadcast. CVP, as a matter of fact, tonight is in Arkansas getting ready for the Cajuns' next game, Cajuns basketball next game, the men and the women against Arkansas State tomorrow night. But he'll join me on Tuesday as we'll bring you Cincinnati Episcopal basketball as they take on, again, the Vermilion Catholic Screaming Eagles, who have put together an impressive record of their own on the season so far. But that'll do it for tonight. For all of our sponsors, which we say a special thank you to once again, I'm Brandon Como, as the Cincinnati Episcopal is victorious tonight by the score of 43-29. Until Tuesday, have a great one.